Hey, you! And you, and you, and you, we're back with more brackets that are fun and important. I'm Katie, this is Cy. This time we're doing Best Sports Movie Villains. Cy is going to kick it off.
The number 1 seed, Shooter Mcgavin versus the 8, Rachel Phelps from the Major League film. Now, she is an evil billionaire, and she's not nice to the players, but her worst crime is wanting to move from Cleveland to Miami. And if that makes you a villain, well then, we have a different villain to talk about. Shooter Mcgavin moving through up top.
I thought that was Bette Midler and Hocus Pocus from where I'm standing. Moving on.
Also a villain. The bottom half of the bracket, the Monstars versus Ivan, Drago, and Rocky, who looks like a steroid Val Kilmer, which is a winning point for him. But honestly, even though Ivan killed Apollo Creed, he plays in a sport where you punch people in the head. Every once in a while, dudes are going to die. The Monstars tried to enslave the entire human race.
Not cool.
It is not cool, and it's worse than communism. Monstars to the next round.
Strong picks. All right, I've got Team Iceland up against Beast from the Sandlot. His name was Hercules. Have a little bit of respect. My thing here, this is perceived evil versus actual evil. So Hercules, they thought he was bad. They thought he ate human flesh and became like a monster. Really, though, by the end of the movie, he's like a mascot. Or he's bad at cleanup or something. He's got a jersey and a hat. So he's a nice dog. Only nice dogs let you put hats on them. Whereas Iceland, going into that movie, I'm like, I have no actual problem with Iceland. By the end of the movie, I was like, that country sucks, and I hate them. They're evil. So that's why I think Iceland wins that battle. Then we have White Goodman up against Johnny Lawrence from Karate Kid. So here's the thing about Johnny Lawrence that people forget. He was a terrible villain. He refused to play dirty. He lost graciously and gave Danny the trophy. The only reason that we hate him is because he showed up to a beach bonfire with a headband and a red leather jacket, and that is admittedly a hateable offense, but it does not make you more evil than White Goodman, who moves on to the next. I was going to say
a way to look awesome, but yeah, hateable. And the finals on my side, yes, the Monstars were physically aggressive with Jordan and the Toon Squad, but Shooter Mcgavin hired a guy to run over Happy Gilmore with a car. That's how murder works, and murder gets you to the finals.
Does it?
It does.
I don't know if I have any murder on my side of the bracket.
I sure hope not.
So this, again, tough call. Iceland versus White Goodman. It's a hot take, but it's my side of the bracket, so I can say whatever I want to.
It's true.
We call Team Iceland the villain in D2 because of how awful and mean they are to Team USA / the Mighty Ducks.
USA
but if you watch the games before that, when Team USA played Trinidad and Tobago, they were awful to them. So it's entirely possible that we are just as bad as Iceland, but we're having Mighty Duck exceptionalism. And so therefore, by that solid reasoning and logic, I'm saying that White Goodman's more evil. Are we still on?
In the finals, White Goodman versus Shooter Mcgavin. Shooter Mcgavin was trying to steal Happy Gilmore. He bought his grandmother's house and was blackmailing him with it.
Okay,
that's some evil stuff, man.
But he bought LaFleur's gym just because he wanted him to not have it. He has a gym empire.
Yeah.
And also important to remember, he got a lawyer fired from her job because he thought it was a conflict of interest, and that's why they couldn't date, when really she was very clear she didn't want to date him. So then she had no job.
Yeah, that's how lawsuits
and had to end up with Vince Vaughn, kind of.
Absolutely. And also, I just remembered, there's a scene where he gets real aggressive with pizza.
Yeah, so we're going to say he loses, right? He's the worst villain because of a lot of reasons, not just the pizza thing.
But
we're not here to shame you for
a ton to do with the
things
pizza
you choose to do with your time. That's it for the bracket. White Goodman, best villain in a sports movie. We're going to do more, if you believe it. So check back in a little bit. Let us out!